Good evening.
Good evening.
How are we doing?
How are we?
Not bad, you know. Little fire emergency in the house. Nothing unusual, you know. Plug a socket in the wall and it started smoking. Just like
As
everything
you
in this
do.
house. As you do. So, good evening. Let's see. Crawford's in the house. Oh, this is a nice surprise. I did
Nice
do one
surprise.
post earlier.
Yeah.
So we know it was like finals week, and I was like, Paul, we need to do a VWDRCTV.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean,
How is it
has
finals
been
already?
exactly as well. It's been kind of how we planned it, wasn't it? Because like VWDRCTV was kind of to fill in the winter spot when we weren't really seeing everyone, and then of course once we got into this part of the season, we see each other every couple of weeks. And then now, kind of as we're going out of the season, you'll probably get to see us two beautiful lads again.
Can't believe it's the finals already. It seems like 2 minutes ago we were talking about Easter.
I know, tell me about it. It has flown by, so hopefully everyone's enjoyed it. First thing you've got to do, obviously, loads of people are commenting, which is good. Please do hit share for us as well, and see if we can get a few more of the club members kind of tuning in as we build up to what is finals.
Is it true that Luke can now be bought with the sausage and chips? This isn't a new thing.
Hello.
Just chips. And some chips.
They're going to be the right chips. They can't be any old chips. You've got to get some decent chips for me. But yes, no. And that's it. No, that was a surprise. Amy just said, "Can I come up into the tower for Fire Force?" I was like, "Yeah, of course you can." And then she was like, "Do you want chips and the sausage?" I was never going to say no, was I? I think Stu Hodgson usually brings ice cream up. That's it. That's his favourite. He usually just turns up in the tower and he's like, "Ice cream." I'm like, "Yes, that's it." Is it true that Paul can inflate a balloon without using his mouth?
Once he did.
That's it. Of course. Should I say? What should we know about this?
No.
Oh well. No, where are we? See, I haven't done this for a while now, so I've got to find all my stuff. Can you believe that? See, look. Where's all the usual stuff?
Guests, right? They didn't want to come.
Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah,
that's the thing. We haven't got any guests for this evening, particularly. But if anyone wants to come on and just chat, well, I can send you the link, and we're going to get a few people in and just see how everyone's season's gone. Obviously, once finals is done, is it next week? We've got heads up.
Yeah, it's.
Is it literally next week?
Yeah, we got finals this weekend coming, and then on the 2nd of October, which is the weekend after, it's GTI.
I was thinking that earlier actually, because I was just doing a schedule on my phone, and then obviously it got to next Friday, and then it was a new month, and I was like, I'm sure
not going home for
GTI is
3
the
weeks.
next week. Yeah, that's it. If you haven't yet got your entry in for GTI Festival, can you please do so? I think there's about 7 people in. There is talk of one of the Outlaws is going to be coming and entering. Danny Pike is going to be putting an entry in. So, as usual, 24 cars is the maximum. We're running a 16-car ladder, and of course, it'll be the fastest 16 that go through, or 16 that manage to run 11 seconds or quicker. So, if you're thinking about entering GTI Festival, can you please do it as soon as possible? Because Dan from Santa Pod has already been messaging me saying, do you have an entry list? Because obviously he wants to share it on Santa Pod Raceway just to get their social media going as well. And at the moment, I'm like, I've got 5. Got 6 now. So if we could get lots of entries after this, if you're interested in running in the finals for Heads Up, please do so. Obviously, as soon as we've done this.
And anyone beat Mitchell Henderson turned up.
Danny could.
Yeah, quite. In fact, anyone could. It's never been.
Anyone could. And don't forget, obviously, it's kind of the close off of the season as well. So maybe you've got some race fuel left and you want to put in some passes, get yourself some tickets, come along and do some run with your brung. And obviously, GTI Festival is always a good one because we get quite a few new members for the following year. Because as much as we think, oh, we're at the track for all these events, everyone's seeing our cars. Then you turn up at GTI Festival and they're like, I've never seen this car before. And you're like, I've been racing all season, mate. So, please bring your cars along to GTI Festival, get yourself on the track, do some run with your brung, and then we'll kind of close off the season. I know a few people are doing Flame and Thunder, but for most, GTI is kind of the end of the season. I know it is for me. If I've got an engine left, I'll do. We're going to take the car and do GTI if there's any fuel left, because it's the same as if I've got a can of methanol that's open, I might as well use it and put in a couple of passes. Right, what have we got coming?
Well, I just seen there, John Corbin did say it's Sue's last event at the Pod Cafe. We were talking about maybe getting some flowers or something from the club.
Yeah,
maybe we can sort some out. I don't know if anybody wants to take charge of that.
Definitely, I'll put in some money for some flowers for her.
I'm
going to miss her.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been a Santa Pod staple, hasn't she?
Yes.
Breakfast Club. Cheers.
Breakfast Club, always. And don't forget, this Saturday will be a Christmas party as well. So it'll all be Christmas music on the Saturday. I believe Sue is even doing... I think Sue's also doing a full Christmas dinner in the afternoon.
Is she? Oh, okay. I might pop down for that.
So if you want to go for turkey and stuff like that, you can go down there. But yeah, as Paul said, we did mention about getting some flowers, and then we said maybe some other people at the club. What I probably will do is get the at the end of the season, there's the 30th anniversary picture. I'm going to get that off the wall because there's no when Sue hands over the calf to Santa Pod, they want it gutted. So I'll be going in and getting that photo, hopefully. I'm sure Sue doesn't want to take it home, so I shall be grabbing that because that was like the last work that was done by Stu Mitchell. So we'll get hold of that and then work out what to do with it. What's it? Lee Cordery says, new job is killing me. I'm missing the racing. Well, that was a bad mistake, getting a new job that makes you miss racing. That's it. You're not supposed to do it like that. You're supposed to get a job that makes racing a lot easier.
Yeah.
Also, that's what I was, because this was kind of like a last minute thing. I said, Paul, we need to do this. Loads of cars flitting around at the moment for sale.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, like everyone's selling a car.
Yeah. Well, Lee Cordery's put his Leon up for sale because he's got some crazy plan. Obviously, Adrian Solly's Audi A3 is still up for sale. No one's snapped that up. There's a couple of Beetles up for sale as well, I've seen. So it's kind of, transfer season. You know, you got the transfer season for football.
Didn't see John Crawford might be selling his car. Steve Stone. sleep stone. If you put enough under my nose, you can have a lupo. The same.
So boring.
I want a lot.
How dare you? He wants to go and buy a V8 with just a road car, so nobody go and buy his Lupo because he's trying to stop racing.
No, it'd be like a 60s, 50s, 40s hot rod type deal. So, something cool.
We don't care. You can't race that with us, so it's not allowed. So a few of the guys in it, obviously Dave Henderson's in there, Jamie Lockyer, Wayne Gill, all of our heads up lads. Hopefully you're going to be putting entries in for next weekend's
I know Dave has.
event.
I've asked Dave for a little shopping list when I used to live in Scotland.
Yeah, that's it.
Need some square sausage. That's some wine brew bringing down.
Talking of next weekend, obviously VWDRC heads up champion gets to spend £500 with a club sponsor. So Dave Henderson, you're kind of in the line at the moment for £500. I haven't looked at the points because it was done while I was away, but I'm pretty sure he had a massive gap between him and the next person, if I'm correct.
Well, Dave's won the first 2 rounds of the year. Oh, he just hit the bottom. Bring the goods. Nice one, Dave.
Oh, there you go. There you go. And then, of course, VW Pro and VW Sportsman Championships will be wrapped up this weekend. Champion takes home £2,000 plus the 2023 race entries. Runner-up gets £1,000. Third place takes £500. And fourth and fifth both take £250. So I think that's going to create some real exciting racing as we go into the finals this weekend, because it's not over for anyone. Well, we know one class is kind of over. Obviously, Graham is.
He has had the best season ever, hasn't he?
Yeah, I basically already shook his hand at VW Action and said congratulations, champ. There was not enough entries that come in to be able for anyone to catch him. And I think from there, there's a couple of people that might have already dropped out as well. So basically, there's no way of catching him. He's just going to turn up and maybe put in a pass and put his feet up. But for the rest of it, I mean, like Hodgson.
It's close. The top.
While I've got
even
this,
you,
I remember that
even you could take second.
I was on the phone to Jacob earlier this morning, and the points were different on the SPRC one, and I can't remember why. There was a chat that I basically just grabbed this photo from a chat earlier. So it's got Phil in third place, whereas the Santa Pod race one's got Jonathan in third place. Either way, is it bonus points?
Yeah.
Because we've already added them on, is it?
That's right, yeah.
Okie dokie. So whichever way you look at it, this is with the bonus points added on going into the finals. So we've got Graham, James, Phil, Jonathan, Sam, Jacob, and myself. Obviously, Ed Keach is useless. He's not in. Dave Crowhurst, he's in. Chris Waterhouse is in. Charlie's in. Jake's in. So, yeah. And as I said, £250 for fifth place.
Yeah.
Means, well, that pays for your weekend.
That's Lawrence saying, is it a presentation on the day? All the prizes and trophies, etc., will be given at the AGM, mate.
Yeah. So I will, as usual, take a trophy along just to get some photos with our champions. But of course, for all other trophies and the like, of course, you need to be coming along to the AGM and social on Saturday, November the 26th. I'm looking forward to this. Did we mention we've hired a freaking brewery?
Yeah.
I mean, people say you couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. Well, we've booked the brewery, and I'm pretty sure there is going to be a piss up.
The rest is down to you guys.
Yeah, that's it. I spoke to Colin and I was like, Colin, can you come and do the trophy presentation for the AGM? And he was like, but you know all your races. And I was like, yeah, but it's in a brewery. And I was like, and we start at 11 in the morning, and trophies isn't till about 8 o'clock at night, and so I don't know what kind of state I should be in by then. I mean, obviously, I should be in a very good
I'm going to take a wild guess.
Well, the thing is, they do buckets of Duvel.
Buckets of Derek.
I can get a bucket of Derek.
Bucket of Derek. It's going to go down a tree. Yeah. It's going to be like multiple over again.
It is. It's going to be a fantastic day. So, yes, obviously there's no tickets for it. You just need to turn up on the day. Obviously, go and get your hotels as soon as possible because it is Christmas time in Milton Keynes. This time we're right up by the Snow Dome thing? There's a KFC that we've been there, and it's also right by the Poptastic Club, I believe.
I believe it's called Pop World, and I wasn't in there with Mr. Blackett last year.
That's it. Jacob will be home by lunch then, says it. Yeah, damn straight. Yeah.
Jacob's already leaving, just in case.
Yeah, that was quite funny, wasn't it, last year? I couldn't believe how early he left.
That was terrible.
It was.
CCTV backdooring it.
That's it. Now, of course, there is a bet between the Brioche boys for a tattoo, if I remember correct. One Brioche had to run 11, one Brioche had to run a 10, or the closest two. The fact that I've not seen Alex in a car means I'm assuming that means that Elder Brioche will be getting a tattoo. Now, see, you're supposed to be booked in for a tattoo in a couple of weeks' time.
I'm at a wedding. I know. We'll figure something out. I owe you a VR6 tattoo.
No, you don't owe me anything.
Well, I owe you the club of VR6 tattoo.
you owe yourself a nice sex toy logo tattoo.
Oh, I can't wait to have
that. That's it.
Oh, well. We'll get into it at some point.
That's it. Oh, actually, John Crawford said, "Is there a tattooist in attendance?"
Yes, because all the best tattooists are tattooing drunk in a pub.
That reminds me. Jake has got Millie to bring her tattoo kit for next weekend. He's like, actually, that'll work for me.
Yeah, that's another good idea.
That's it.
That's the sort of idea which I think is terrible, but gets better with more beer.
That's it. Is the Jolly Sailor open this weekend?
Oh, it's gonna be tricky. I'm parked around scrutineering with my new job. That makes it tricky. Is your caravan available?
You're a fun sponge. No, unfortunately, the youth have it.
We'll discuss that offline.
Yeah, okay.
Fun sponge. Just making sure you're safe. You're welcome.
Thanks. Just uploading a couple of photos. Obviously, not announced this week, but popped up. James popped this in the old chat yesterday.
Yeah, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Absolutely stunning.
I do like the seat on that as well. I have to go and to look at that other rail this week that had a seat exactly like that. So it was like a proper tin one that was fully fitted, whereas my fiberglass thing's horrible. I think I'm going to have to get Lee to go and make something like that. But
yeah, I mean,
obviously,
it does look cool. I think they've taken it's just going in a straight line to a new extreme by having no steering rack and welded steering arms, but that's going to be good.
That's it. I mean, obviously, but that's only a few weeks' work, isn't it? It's looking really.
Oh, it's incredible. Yeah, it's a huge amount of work in a short space of time. It does look fantastic as well. I was talking to the guy who was building the James a while back, and he knows his stuff.
That's it. I wonder what body he's going to go for, James. If you're in the chat and watching along, maybe climbing a wall or something like that. Because I don't think we know. Because I know the other one was being sold. So whether he was keeping that body or whether he's going for something else, I don't know.
I heard a rumor that James is doing his own carbon wrap body for it, so that'll be nice.
That's it. That's it. And of course, entered in
Put one of the
VW
seats
Pro
in
this
from the
weekend.
Golf.
Oh God. That's it.
Ah,
Entered in
yes.
Pro this weekend.
This is one car I am looking forward to seeing massively. It looks fantastic.
He's going to come around for scrutineering. You're basically going to be lying in the car going, let me have a good look at this.
Just got to check this for ages.
That's it. No, he has done it is a beautiful build on that. Obviously, he did a couple of test passes at Melbourne, which is a no prep. And literally, he crawled it off the line, and you could hear the tyres chirping.
I think I saw some tickets. Was it nines at the 8th or whatever? Just trundling, which is still fine, isn't it?
That's it. And I believe he's double entered. He's in VW Pro and Street Eliminator as well. So he's going to be getting quite a few laps. And also getting to go out on the cruise as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's excellent. You're a passenger, Rob.
John says, "How was the car? The car was lovely. Unfortunately, the car didn't fit. So yet again, another. It's 2-0 to Luke's shoulders.
The lack of foresight with these chassis builders, isn't there?
I know. How dare they? So unfortunately, yeah. So sex toy continues. We shall continue on as normal and as planned for now. Roll into this weekend and get 3 qualifiers, don't we? One of them being Into the Dark. I did get to do that, the European finals, running Into the Dark as well against Robin Orthodoxu. And literally, as you go through the finish line, there's blue LED lights all the way down
it looks really good now. Yeah.
Down the wall. So it's like coming into a runway. And literally was just going down the track. I was like, way, went through the finish line and went, ooh, pretty. No, it looks good. So obviously, we're going to have a late night run on Saturday night. So as John posted in the group, please make sure you've got a working rear light on the back of your car. Yeah. It doesn't have to be any specific color. You just need literally a light facing down to the start line, so that if you do end up getting a bit wayward and go into the side, they can watch your light and go, "Oh, he's crashing."
Ray says it's going to be red, but a cheapy Halford's white light will suffice. That's what you got on the back of the rail, isn't it? Just anything red and lit up. I think, as Andy Bamber asking about it, he's going to use his brake lights, with the switch out. Anything's fine.
Yeah.
But as long as you've got some rear facing red lights.
I've got a bicycle light.
Yeah, that's fine.
Beautiful. It's on there. So yeah. Then of course, rolling into the weekend, we've got. Let's see if I can find it. Sportsman. It's a bit small there. Jesus Christ. I have to pull it up because obviously I'm not wearing glasses, so I'll be able to see what we got. Paul Robinson on 3,460. Phil Jones 330. So basically, 1 and 2, our eyes are mostly going to be on them two. Crawdog's on 2380. Lawrence Clark 2370. Jerry Sadler 2570. I think there's 2270. Either way, there's going to be just as equal good fight in VW Sportsman.
Yeah. This is like every qualified position matters. Every round matters. No one can go into this confident.
I'm confident. I'm fully confident. All I want is to get qualified, get Mr. Hodson in round 1.
You're going to be the James killer again. Were you red light? Oops. Oh. I do love a nice Luke prediction. This is happening tomorrow, so you know it's not going to happen at all.
That's it.
If anybody of you, put my teeth back in. If any of you like to read car magazines, you might have seen there's Performance Volkswagen article, a pretty hefty one, put together by myself and Alice, which came out last week. So if you like seeing your car in print, there's a good chance it's in there because it covered 3 rounds. So go out and buy it.
That was good work. That was
I mean,
a nice little read.
Try and do a bit of magazine writing in between other stuff. So. Obviously, Alice did a half the article and all the photos as well. So good stuff. They'll be doing a similar thing for finals and maybe GTR stuff. So.
Nice. John Gallen, wouldn't mind the rookie of the season, but I doubt it would happen.
You never know.
Again, I nearly went into the chat earlier to try and find it because Abby did post about. Obviously, all of this was done while I was on holiday.
You were on holiday? You didn't mention that.
Oh.
Holiday or kidnapping? Similar.
That's it. But I'm sure Abby wrote about who was up there.
There's a lot. Everyone's close. Well, if you just flick back to the sportsman points, I don't think there's not many rookies in pro, is there?
Not that are that close.
I think Paul's number 4. Is Phil Jones' first season?
No. No, I can't find it.
Actually, who is number 1 rookie at the moment?
I'm going to say probably Jerry Sadler.
I think so as well, yeah. With John nipping at his heels. So, yeah.
John will know. Mr. Gallant, let us know who's in there.
We got Pal's online. Evening, Pal.
Greetings from Poland. What are you doing over there? We haven't seen you for a long time. It was only when I saw Simon McGee at VW Action and he was like, my Beetle was going to be ready for next season. I am on it. And then he reminded me that Powell's got his old car and we haven't seen him for God knows how long. So hopefully we're going to be seeing quite a few more people back next year. Hey, John's doing it for us. Jerry is leading. Yeah. John is second with Reese in 3rd place. Reese, part of the new generation.
Lupro.
Like to call them.
The future.
That's it. All the Lupos.
Yeah, and John Newell as well.
In pro, yes. So what's John Newell on?
He's must be 4th.
Switch it over. Jonathan Newell is on. Well, yeah. See,
with a slight disadvantage of having less points in pro than you get in sportsman because of the numbers.
Yeah.
You know. It will be what it will be, won't it?
That's it. Well, that's what it used to be, wasn't it? It used to be, if you wanted to be in the chance with the Rookie of the Year, it was basically you had to be in Sportsman, just because there were more cars in Sportsman. We went through a short little phase of having a load of pro cars.
Yeah.
Now we're back to having a load of Sportsman cars, which is really good, because obviously Sportsmans are the ones that we want because they fill up the class and obviously they feed the pro class as well. So in the comments, Nick Edwards is in there. We will definitely see All Talk in 2023.
Right. Looking forward to seeing that again.
I'm looking forward to seeing that. But yes. Now, did you get one of these at the last meeting?
I've got 3 in my van, yeah.
Have you? I wonder if James has got any more because I didn't get one, so I'm going to get hold of one of them, put it on the rail.
I've got another one if you want it, mate.
Cool. Now, of course, as we go to the end of the season, if anybody has not got a mug yet, please come and get one. If you have not got your elapsed times, again, please come and get one from me. I think the remaining of the elapsed times now, I'm going to probably put on the gate at National Finals this weekend, so that basically they're just given to any customers that are coming in through the gate, just because I need some room in the truck. I think I've got about 4 boxes left, which out of about 30 boxes, I think we've got
That's
four,
one for me,
four left.
I've got about one other one to keep for good.
Yeah.
In my box of published stuff.
That's it. Well, hopefully everyone found the elapsed times useful this year. I don't know if anyone. What you'll have to let us know is obviously we did put in at the back of it was your ladders and qualifying and stuff. Did anyone actually use that? I know I did, because I've got the one in the tower which I've used. But if we decide to go and do it again next year, let us know if you've actually used it or whether we can save space. Because obviously each page costs a certain amount, and if we're printed on there for something that you're not going to use, again, let us know, because we can review that next year. Instead, we could put photos of cars in there or something like that.
It's all gone
up. Or if there's any other content that you'd like to see in the elapsed times for next year, kind of let us know.
Yeah, we can sort some out, certainly. Yeah, it's quite important to sort of get best bang for your buck with printing. I mean, Hayburn is having to start charging for the hard copy, which is the first time in years, isn't it? Really? So,
well, it's since they started, isn't it? Because it was always a free magazine.
Absolutely, yes. It's always been free. It's always been free as I've got them all since the start, and they're having to now put a small charge on, which is just a sort of knock-on effect of the cost of living increase. So, we're trying to make it best value for the club, and if you don't want it in there, we'll get rid of it.
That's it. Steve Mellors says, I'll take one, and can I get some fuel additive? Yes, you can. If anyone needs any of the Renegade Ratman diesel additive or the petrol additive, I've got a few cans of each left. Obviously, as we come to the end of the season, I'd much rather get rid of all them so I can send Renegade their money at the end of the season, and then all is good. And it's all done, and then it's just not sitting in my truck over the winter. So if anyone needs any fuel additive, come and see me in the truck this weekend. Anyone planning on doing testing this Friday, let us know in the comments. Does anyone want to come on and join me and Paul and chat on this for a second while we do it? Let me know. No, we've still got quite a bit. We've still got quite a bit on there, but I'm just thinking if I can find someone to come in, we can have a little chat with them as well. Other things that are going on, don't forget all of our sponsors. Look, this is coming to the end of the season. We're on to the last two. Again, all of our headline sponsors for this year, Artec Performance. I saw Adam Goff was there the other day, having his A3 tuned, I believe. He actually messaged me and said he's looking to be coming out and doing a lot more racing next year. Obviously, he moved to the Isle of Wight a couple of years ago, but he's planning on coming and doing some racing. I think the only thing that stopped him for a while was he couldn't find a race suit for his lanky old legs.
Yeah, does he need to insert his shoe or so? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's right. Yeah,
one leg longer than the other. Of course, White Label Consulting and Managed Services. That is Mr. Tom Herbert. We spoke to him on VWDRCTV many episodes ago when a few people were like, "Oh shit, that's Tom." They were like, "That's his company." Yeah. So if you want websites designing, or if you maybe want to set up businesses, or you want leaflets making, anything like that, he does online content services as well. Give a chat to Tom. CG Motorsport, of course, is a performance clutch company that support the club. They do loads of kits for so many of our races. And as it comes to the end of the season, I know a lot of our racers will be taking their clutches out, sending them to CG. Mick will literally look through it and go, yeah, it's like £20 just to have it resurfaced instead of going, ah, damn, my clutch is knackered, I need to go and buy a whole new setup. It's literally send it into him, he has a look at it, and if it needs any upgrades or any replacements on it, he does it, and it makes it so much cheaper for you. Hangar 30, of course, is Ben in Ely. He does a lot of the roll cages. One thing I do have to note is I know costs of metal is going up, and I think he's had to put his prices up slightly, but he's still one of the cheapest around for getting roll cages. So if you're looking to get a cage for your car, then still contact Ben at Hangar 30. Again, prices might gone up a little bit, but I saw someone asking the other day, and they were like, oh, they mentioned a roll cage, and theirs was like $2.5 grand. And I was like, have you spoken to Ben? And he was like, no. And he rang Ben, and he was like, oh shit, man. He goes, you just saved me like 700 quid. So again, please get in contact. What's his name? Steve, the cheapest around I got a quote, and it was half of one of the others. Exactly. There you go. GP Turbos, of course, Grant Parker, one of our club members. I sent my daily driver, my Touareg. He rebuilt the turbo, and then Jacob the other day sent his turbo off, and he was basically like, this is basically a truck turbo. He goes, do you want it to perform like an aftermarket turbo? And Jacob was like, yeah, does it cost much more? And he was like, no, not really. You're going to have this bit replaced anyway. But I might as well put this impeller in there, and it's going to be a completely different turbo. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Jacob's car this weekend.
I think he's going to be a bit quicker than Lupo this weekend, having got that turbo sorted out.
Well, he said to me today he's still basically because that's a brand new engine that he's built. It's done 4 passes so far. And he's concerned that, maybe some people could put it in the comments. He's concerned, obviously, all he's done is 4 quarter miles. He's drove it down to the start line, and he's drove it back to the pits. He's going to go into this weekend. He's probably going to get another 4, maybe 5, 6 runs. He was like, do I drop the oil now, even though I've only done 4 runs, or do I leave it until after the weekend, or do I leave it to the end of the season? Because, again, he's doing heads up next weekend as well. I know he's planning on doing like low 10s again, or high 10s again, this weekend. And then he's going to look to turn it up a bit for heads up. But
I changed mine a bit round. If that's any help. Just
yeah, but I think he's more thinking for like bedding in oil. I don't know.
Bedding in.
Yeah, send it.
Oh yeah, that's some good mechanical sympathy advice, as Jake always gives me. I'll just send it. He doesn't need oil, does it? He's fine.
That's it. And then, of course, you got Dark Side Developments, which are the kings of TDI stuff. I didn't win the Touareg the other day. Did you see that Overlander that they were raffling off?
I did, yeah. It was super cool, wasn't it?
That would have been so cool, but unfortunately, I didn't get that. And then, of course, Pro Race Engineering. I'm going to be in touch with them in a couple of days, weeks, months to get some pistons for my car, because these are going to be basically the last few runs with a stock engine in the dragster. So I'm going to be getting some pistons off them over the winter. Same if you need some parts, contact them. And then, of course, Alex at the Car Kitchen. He is the man when it comes to cylinder head work. He's done loads of stuff for people in the club this year. And, of course, he does engine building as well, custom manifolds, you name it. If it needs welding, speak to Alex at the Car Kitchen. They're obviously our headline sponsors for this year. So again, as the season comes to an end, we thank them all. Hopefully they're going to be back again next year. I think we'll continue how it worked this year, fingers crossed. And we'll look into next year see if we can get you some more sponsors, more money in the kitty. The main thing is I want to try and keep that prize fund as good as it is this year. It's going to be tough because that was the 35th anniversary prize fund. So I'm sure it will drop next year, but it'd be nice to keep it as high as possible. I'm just reading that. Kaz Waterhouse. Looking forward to my first year racing next year with you lot with the Audi TT, aka the Menopause. That's Chris's mum. She literally come along and she joined. Chris was doing some racing, and Kaz went out.
I saw this on Facebook. It was his mum. That was cool.
Yeah, that's it. Well, she went out in the
Brilliant.
Audi TT, and then she was like, "I love this." She was like, "How do I get involved?" And I was like, "Well, you could." She was like, "Can I enter some rounds?" I was like, "You can enter." I was like, "But you need to go and get your race suit and your helmet, and obviously it all adds up for your very first season." And then it was like, "Actually, do you know what? I'll wait until next year." And the thing is, obviously, if you wait until next year, then you're into the rookie season. So again, Kaz is going to be in there.
Brilliant.
It's one of our rookies. That's it. That's it.
I said, "Mum's cool."
That's it. Hulk. I'm 90% sure Hulk will have a VW Sportsman friend next season. Good lad. Is that the Audi? What happened to the Iron Man? I thought we were going to be seeing the Audi A6 this weekend.
Didn't have some janky old box, and it just fell to bits.
Oh yeah. He absolutely balled it. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, me plus gearboxes. Ed Keach says, how many juniors have we got joining next year? I don't think there's any planned juniors for next year. I know we've not seen Sky Collier yet. She joined the club. She's been doing a few races at Melbourne. I think even before she passed her test on the road, she was driving the Seat Ibiza. So hopefully she's going to be coming and joining in some of the fun next year. I know Lottie's enjoyed it this year with the Beetle. It's been good having her and Morgan.
All these ex-juniors with their reaction times and just not being old men, basically. It's pretty annoying.
John Crawford. There you go, John Crawford. Dom Crawford is buzzing for next year and Lou Pro ET.
Of course he is. Yeah, almost finished. Looking good, Dom.
It looks good. It looks good. Steve says, are you testing friendly grudge match for Bug Jam 21? I don't know who's that aimed at, Steve.
Somebody with a DeLorean.
I've only got one grudge. I've only got one grudge match next Bug Jam, and that's Mr. Crawford, because we want to try and get our race that we were supposed to have this year. So he wants a friendly grudge match with John. But yeah, I'll be calling John out in the Bug Jam shootout. I'll even pay the bonus thing, because obviously I was supposed to race you this year. Unfortunately, we broke it. So it is what it is.
I'll have to bring the Westphalia again.
Yes. No. Are you gonna fix the Lupo for next year?
I'm going to fix it. I'm going to race it. I don't know. I'll be scrutineering here next year as well. You can't compete at events with scrutineering that. So
It's no good, is it?
Of course, it's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a nice change of pace, bit behind the scenes. You know, all the volunteers and marshals that make your weekend up.
Well, it is true. It is true, and we do appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I'd just rather have more race cars.
Well, it's not a quick racing. It's just a pause racing for a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, I'll let you off.
Go to someone else. Thank you.
That's it. Now, yeah. So AGM, boom, we've done that.
We have.
I'm hoping a lot of people are going to attend that. I'd really like. Don't forget, I think we can get about 150 people in that room. So, friends, family, crew, please bring them all, so we can kind of fill it. I don't want it to be like 30 of us in there. I think it will be a good night in there. But
I think it's fantastic. It's a nice way to change it. Have a slight change of pace, change of venue. See how we get on. Is it better than before? If not, we'll go back. If it's better, then we can see how we get on.
That's it. Now, of course, as we go into the old winter season, just to remind you again of some of our other sponsors. Harvey Property Development. As Mr. Bruce, actually, I need to get him to come and look at some stuff in my house. BJ Speed Shop. We're getting loads more air-cooled racers joining up again. So just a reminder, if you need any air-cooled parts, if you need engine building, go and contact Jay at BJ Speed Shop. I'm looking forward to going to Malta in 2 months' time to go and see Simon at Speed Shop 32 in Malta. Obviously, he's got his brand new wheels that have been released, and I'm looking forward to seeing those new
Very
ones.
cool,
Like the Audi Pepper Pot ones. Of course, we've got WRP Paint and Restoration. There's a few people going to Bruce's for paint over the winter. I know Luke from Pro Race Engineering. He's got James Lord's old Mark II. That is due. That's due to go to Bruce's in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Also, I spoke to Alex from Cirque Motorsport the other day. Of course, most people probably know if you're looking to get new slicks over the winter, as you can imagine, a lot of the places are slowly getting back into production of tyres. But if you're looking to get some new slicks, please contact Cirque as soon as possible, so they can give you a kind of a lead time on tyres and also a price. Maybe get them ordered as soon as possible. I basically rang him the other day because I need to order some new ones for the dragster as well. And there's no point waiting until next year. It's kind of
I posted the other day about getting some stuff. I think it was the Who's Your M&H. You had a 1 day window to order them, and they were £400 each.
Yeah.
That's just cost of increase, cost in shipping, cost in fuel, lead time stuff. So don't wait till like February to get new tyres.
No, if you're waiting till February, you ain't getting new tyres.
Otherwise, I'll be selling off my Tyre Emporium for £1 million.
That's it. Just sit there stroking your old tyres, going, these are worth so much more.
Yeah, $1 billion.
That's it. And then, of course, we got Track Ready. Alistair supplies plenty of stuff like polyurethane bushes. He does engine mounts. He does suspension, brakes. So if you need anything like that, get in contact with Track Ready. EST Performance. Who was EST the other day having their car tuned?
Oh, I saw that. Who was it?
It wasn't the cat. I know that. And he answered then for some reason.
Who was it?
I can't remember. Someone was there. And of course, Renegade Race Fuel. If you need to get some fuel, obviously, I believe Pro Race Engineering will be there this weekend. They are suppliers of Renegade Fuel. So if you need any, and also I saw that there's now a company on Airfield Road that is storing the Renegade fuel, which makes life so much easier. So if you need any Renegade fuel, it's available now. Go onto their website or go onto their Facebook page. You can see where you can actually collect it on your way into the racetrack now. So it makes it so much easier for everyone else. And then, of course, we've got BJ Bates Electrical, which is Gareth, who I'm looking forward to seeing racing next season in an air-cooled Beetle. Obviously, he's got his air-cooled Beetle, and his son's got an air-cooled Beetle as well. And again, in transfer season, then the midlife crisis TT went over to James Rose, and he bought that basically for Simon. So hopefully there's going to be, well, as long as he's on land, or he's not I think he's been in Vietnam. No, not Vietnam. Falklands. I think he's been in Falklands all year.
That's right. Yeah.
So again, you know, all these racers that have been doing service. John Gallant, me and Scouse plus partners will be there. Sharon Bassendale will be completing next year. She wanted to race this year to Octavia, but it's being scrapped / sold off. Oh, what? Oh, so Nigel Gregson is scrapping or sold off for the Skoda Octavia. So Nigel, what are you racing next year? Have you got some other sort of plan? Wow. Not the wife's in. The mother-in-law is in. Sort of full house.
Trouble.
Double trouble. That's it. It's party time for me. That's it. John Marcu said it's going to be a good weekend. John, again, another car. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing next year. Oh, actually, that's the point, John. Just a reminder for you. Can you remind Maria to put an entry in? Because I know Maria's going to be doing heads up with the Seat Ibiza.
Excellent. Yeah, get that in.
That's going to be their last run before it's shipped back to Greece for the race that hopefully we're going to the weekend before Malta.
Are we?
Yes.
Tell me about this.
Yes, we did.
Surprise.
The one in November. Useless.
Calendar. You said it was this month. I forgot.
No, it's November. It's the weekend before Malta.
The 12th.
Or usually is the weekend before Malta.
Yeah, that could work. Let's just go to Greece. It's fine.
Yeah, that's it. Right, Nigel Gregson says he's getting a Mark IV GTI. Okay.
John Crawford's brought a fantastic dad joke to the party. Thank you, John.
I did read the bottom bit at first, and I was like, "Are they bringing the ill behaviour?" And I was like, "What?" And then I got it. Becky Brownbrick, we might still be recovering from Malta.
Yes,
hopefully. Definitely. That's the way Malta goes. Again, if anyone wants to come out into Malta in November, it's going to be a cracking weekend. Dickhead here is going to a wedding.
I know, sorry.
But on the plus side, it means you're not going to give everyone COVID this time. So, I mean, you can go give everyone.
They gave me COVID.
You gave everybody COVID in Malta. You brought it along, and you could give us it all.
That's so poorly.
You literally went. You got back and went. Oh yeah, everyone at the officers' party on the Wednesday night got COVID. Sorry. Admittedly, you didn't know until you got back. I hope.
No, it was a bit of a super spreader. It wasn't very well.
No, you weren't. Ed Keach, I was so ill. Me, got a cold, sniffles, strong.
Right.
But yes, anyway. Right, I think we're coming to the end anyway. I think we've covered most things.
Yeah, we have indeed.
Kind of this weekend, good luck to everybody racing. In both classes. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. I haven't looked at the weather. I'm assuming it is going to be perfect. We're going to get free qualifiers. We're going to run into the dark. It is horsepower time of year, so people are going to run PBs.
All the way.
And then we've got Eliminations Day on Sunday, which is going to be some good fun. If you can obviously stay to the end, it's always good. If you get knocked out, try and stay to the end. Because finals is always a bit fun, especially with a bit of to and fro. Now, of course, Abby will, as always, do the points will be live on the website throughout the weekend. So as soon as qualifying is done, the points will be adjusted on the website. As soon as we do a round of racing eliminations, the points will be adjusted. So it just makes it a lot easier for, say, people who might not know how the points work exactly, or maybe they just don't want to. They don't want to work it out. They will be done on the website, so you can continue the excitement going. I'm sorry, I haven't managed to get any of the. Do you know? I haven't done one of the raced videos since Summer Nationals. I've still got it all on my phone. I haven't had time to sit. They take so long to make. But I will hopefully sit down and try and make some as soon as possible. I mean, obviously, I doubt I'm going to have any made for this weekend, because again, they're always good for a kind of a recap on how the season went.
Yeah, maybe we should do a season recap type thing at some point.
That's it. Of course, as soon as we've done this weekend, and as soon as we have done next weekend, the 2 championships, or 3 championships per se, are all done and dusted. Voting will open up for Car of the Year, Driver of the Year, and Becky Sutton Awards. Now, of course, for the first time ever, I can make it nice and easy and go, you know what all of them are about because they are in elapsed times and you can read up exactly what they're all about.
Yes.
Of course, yeah, homework for you. But they're all going to open up straight after. John Gallant says, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Are you Team Crawford or Team Clark? Ooh, what's that for? Are we saying what's?
We're going to start calling you John Gauntlet. He's throwing something down. What's going on?
Well, what did we say? We
Paul
Robinson, Phil Jones, John Crawford, or Lawrence Clark and Jerry Sadler. They're our top 5. Obviously, they're the money places. So he's saying place your bet for third. Do you think it's going to be John Crawford or Lawrence Clark? Obviously, John's going to be looking to go out on a high at the end of the season, maybe getting that third place as he starts thinking about selling his car. And I mean, I don't know what he's looking to get. Daniel Boucher says he's going for third. Ed Keach says Team Clark, 12 out for the win. Daniel says small chance for third. I could get it. Exactly. It ain't over till the fat lady sings, and I'm not female, so I'm not singing. That's all I can say. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure rolling into this weekend, the usual will be myself and Jacob. I shall try and finish above him. And I mean, if I can get, oh no, I'm 7th now. So if I can get into the money, I'll be happy. And if not, we're just gonna basically spend the weekend trying to turn it up a little bit and go for something a little quicker. John Gallant, watch you draw either of them in eliminations round. I would love to get any of the people who are in the championship in the top in round number 1. If you're going to beat them, you want to do it in round 1, especially at the finals, and that's how you got to do it.
And the weekend,
Graham can now go and do what he wants. I mean, all season I've been like, can I get Graham, please? I mean, I'm one of the few people that can say I beat Graham on this fantastic year that he's had, because yeah, I'm actually I'm 1-1 with him. I beat him in round 1 at Easter, and I lost to him in the semi-finals at Summer Nationals, I think it was. Yeah. So, but I don't want him in round 1. I want Hodson or Jacob or Jonathan or one of many other people that are ahead of me.
Half a pro, basically.
Yeah, half a pro. Yeah,
half a pro.
That's it. All because of that way. All because of
No, could never get that right.
Not you.
Tommy.
So yeah. Oh well. But yeah, if you have any news you want me to share on the VWDRC page coming up to this week, send them in. I'll share as much as I can, especially as it comes into the finals. But like normal, I'm lazy. If you send it to me, I'll post it.
Yeah.
Done.
Message it, we'll send it.
Yeah, man. Right. 2 sleeps, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. 3 sleeps. I think I'm going to head over on Thursday. I think, just because we got an engine to build.
I'll be there Thursday evening.
Mr. Vos has got an engine to build, so yes, done. I don't think I didn't even make a banner for the closing, so bye bye.
It's good luck from me.
And it's good night from him.